Welcome to the show. It's me, Curtis, your hostess with a blue shirt on today. June 22nd, 2023. Last week that we're going to be airing on NCTV. Remember, you can catch us on CMCM, Marin Television, and also up in Petaluma on PCA. Been a blast being part of NCTV, from parties to do fundraisers and just meeting folks around town. Thank you so much for your loyalty. Again, catch the show on CMCM or PCA up in Petaluma. Please spread love. Today's show is some of my favorite things that I've heard about people like here in Novato. I'm mom singing happy birthday, tribute to mom on her birthday, some of the scenes around Marin. We're going to Texas to LBJ's library, New York City. Anyway, enjoy the show. Keep the cards, letters coming. Love y'all. Peace and spread love.
Hi, I'm Curtis and welcome to the show. I'm going to stop saying my show and say our show because I want this to be for all of us here in Marin and across the country. Behind me is one of the iconic sites in Marin County, the Mission San Rafael. I wanted to open the show here tonight because it's Easter Eve. It's also the eve of my mother's birthday. We lost Mom back in October. And there's still a huge hole in our family's heart. Love you, Mama. On this episode, I'm gonna harvest some artichokes in my yard. I grew them, they're beautiful. Also gonna share a story of the first time I met Rosa Parks, Miss Rosa Parks. What a day. I'm also taking you to the beginning, to the basics of my start in television. I'll share that story when we get to my kitchen. In the meantime, enjoy that beautiful view. Give your mamas big old hugs and kisses, your daddies too. Remember, it's about spreading love. My mama did that, Rosa Parks did that, so does Meryl Streep in her work. I got a story about Meryl Streep coming up too. Let's get in here and harvest some. I'm gonna remove some of the foliage, some of the leaves. And I was at the market today, and I believe the organic artichokes about this size were like $3.99. Wow. This plant, it's been in the ground now. This is the second season. It cost me $1.50. And this is my fourth harvest from it. I love the large artichokes. However, I am crazy about these little ones. They are so tender. Oh, look at that. Now what I do, because this is a totally organic garden or pesticide-free garden, is I will take these and submerge them in a little bit of a bucket with some soapy water. Any critters that might be on the leaves will come out before I take them in to cook with them. Okay, I'm gonna harvest a few more and we'll go inside and talk fresh fruits and vegetables. So as you can see, I've placed the artichokes that we harvested outside in a pot with a bit of soap and water, not too much, just enough so that if there's any little critters in there, they will
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, C.G. Akins. Happy birthday to you, my baby boy.
Love you, baby.
Ooh, beautiful clouds, huh? Lovely Marin. I'm in central Marin. If you're watching this on Friday, it's my birthday eve. If you're watching Saturday, it's the actual birthday. So I want to thank my mom for bringing us in with that birthday song. My sister Regina recorded my mother singing happy birthday to all her children. and the grandkids before she went on to the upper room. Love you, Mama. Thank you for the gifts that you gave me and are still giving me. Wow. January 22nd, Deuce Deuce, in the year Deuce Deuce. It's my birthday, and it's really Mama's giving birthday. It's my born on day. So when she was with us, I would eat, one year I would spend my birthday with Mom the whole day. The next year I would spend it by myself doing whatever. Now I've got lovely Lisa in my life, and she said, okay, honey, pack for the 4 seasons. I go, wow. Which one? The one in New York, the one in Southern Cal, or the one in Hawaii? She says, no, not the resort, the 4 seasons, you know, the calendar. She says, what is it? Spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So be ready for any of those. So, okay, my bags are packed. On next week's show, I'm going to share with you what we did on my birthday. I'm kind of excited. No, I'm really excited about celebrating my birthday, my born on day, Mama's giving birthday. On today's show, though, enough of my chit chat. It's about the Yardbird chicken. I've got a grilled chicken recipe for you. Then I've got a chicken and tomato. I may even zip down to LBJ's library. Oh, LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, former president, died on my birthday. Why is that significant? Because LBJ was, it's significant because we lost him. He did so much for African Americans, so much for people of color, the bills he signed into law. Also, January 22, my grandfather, W.H. Curtis, I lost him on my birthday, and I spent so much time with Granddaddy Curtis. Wow, he was a major influence in my life. More stories about him as season 2 goes along. So today, it's a lot of fun, a day of reminiscing. Next week, like I said, I'll share with you what Lisa did for my birthday or what she surprised me with. So remember, y'all, enjoy the show. If you got ideas, you can write to me at chef@curtisakins.net or through the 2 television stations or on social media. Peace, spread love. Hope you enjoy the show. Enjoy this gorgeous view of Central Marin. Wow. Thank you, Ayala, my yoga teacher, for the great class this morning. She kicked off my birthday week. Peace. Spread love, everybody. Let's kick the show off today down in Austin, Texas. That's a picture of Lady Bird Johnson, former First Lady. It is Monday, January 17th, Dr. King Day, Martin Luther King Day. And I'm editing tonight. Hope you enjoy.
Although the struggle for progressive change is continuous, there are times when a watershed is reached. And I think the past 5 years have been such a time.
Most presidents are just happy to have 1 or 2 bits of legislation that endure, that have a historical resonance to it. Johnson slammed out bill after bill, act after act.
Voting rights, the doors to public service, are open at last to all Americans regardless of their color.
Abraham Lincoln freed the blacks, but it was Lyndon Johnson who led them into the voting booths, gave them at last the power that made them a part of American political life.
He helped free not just a people, but he liberated a nation.
Maybe the greatest impact that the Great Society had has been the Medicare program.
Medicare, that we were unable to pass for so many years, is now a part of American life.
Trump, don't take
The
it.
increase in life expectancy.
If ever you get near Austin, Texas, do yourself and your family a favor. Visit the library. Well, we'll go from Austin, Texas to a little tribute to my mom. The OJs wrote the song, Oh How I Love My Mama. A little video tribute to the person that shaped my life the most at all stages of her life, with her grandkids, with her children, me, my brothers, my sisters, the preacher's wife, and her doctors. Love you, Mama. Every one of your babies love you. You had such a great influence in Conyers throughout Georgia and a lot of the United States. You'll always be missed, but never forgot. My sweet Mama. This picture was taken on the set of my show, Pick of the Day at Food Network, Mom Made Chicken. So we're going to do chicken today. Let's go to the kitchen. The first night in New York, Lisa and I saw MJ, the Broadway play about the one, the only, the king of pop, Michael Jackson. The play was outstanding. Those of you who know me know how much I love Michael's work. The cast was phenomenal. I mean, a who's who of folks from the Broadway stage. The gentleman that played Michael's father and other roles in the play was a star in Cats. Fabulous. So check it out. It was so good. Lisa surprised me with a ticket for me to go the second night while she went on a theater night with friends. I loved that play. Now, our final night of theater going in New York, we got to see David Byrne's American Utopia. Wow, is all I can say. As much as I loved MJ, if I have to see or could only see one more theater production before I died, this is it. David Byrne, American Utopia. This group he put together is from all over the world. And they all are passionate, not only about art, also about making America and the world a better place to be, live, and thrive. This young man is from Chicago. And I'm going to share some of his work a little later on, and Lisa will do the voiceover for us. This is his project, America, Learn Your History. Fabulous work. Visit that QR code I just showed you. And this right here is David Byrne's personal project, A Fire Engine for the Soul. And I'm going to show you that QR code as well. Guys, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, men, women, theater lovers or not, this was off the chain. And I've got more stories I'm going to share tonight. I met some people at Costein's Gallery in New York. So tonight's show is dedicated to my buddy. We lost him a few years ago, Robin Leach. When Robin was a young man or a teenager in the UK, he started writing a column called Everyone Has a Story. And I'm going to share some stories about people I met, my little trip to New York. Peace, spread love. Hope you enjoy tonight. Earlier I said this show is dedicated to the memory of Robin Leach and the great work he did all over the world. As I said earlier, Robin was a dear friend to me and to Lisa. And this was one of his books. And in the year coming, 2022, I plan to do a few recipes from this book in honor of Robin, because I want to share him with you all like he shared himself with me and Lisa over the years.
A note from Robin Leach. Back in Harrow, England, where I spent the first 20 years of my life, I would never have imagined the incredible mealtime experiences the future would bring forth. I grew up on a basic English diet, which meant that once a week the food was good, roast beef and Yorkshire pudding, and the rest of the time it was fairly boring. If I had written a fantasy cookbook then, it simply couldn't have reflected the variety of culinary specialties I have had the great satisfaction of consuming since I departed England for the shores of America.
Emoji Curtis here. Welcome to the show. Today, I've got a fabulous guest, Chef Kitty Herta. I'll let her introduce herself to you in just a minute. But first, let's test your local knowledge. Do you know what this mural is? Maybe I'll tell you and maybe I won't. Let's enjoy the show. We're going to start with a tableside conversation with Chef Kitty. Hey y'all, it's me, Curtis G. I'm sitting in San Francisco today, opening the show with my friend Kitty. Kitty and I met on a plane. How many years ago do you think it was, Kitty?
It was 1993.
Oh my goodness, 93. So Curtis Jr. was like a baby, and your son
was barely 3 years old.
Barely 3. Now, I'm going to ask you, Kitty. By the way, Kitty's a chef, an incredible chef from Florida. She's a rapper. No, I'm kidding.
Didn't know.
So, do you mind sharing the story how we met?
Well, I was flying to San Francisco from Jacksonville, Florida, with my son, and I was fortunate enough to sit next to you.
I think I was the fortunate one.
And unfortunate enough to have my son turn a Bloody Mary over in your lap.
Well, I like Bloody Marys.
Well, not wearing them, I'm sure. But I was mortified, and all you did was reach over and scoop Egan up, tell me everything was okay, and he was what was important. And I really loved that moment.
Thank
We
you.
had wonderful conversation too about my excitement over possibly becoming a personal chef, and you told me to follow my heart.
Wow. Now, I get tingles hearing this story because Kitty reached out to me a few months ago. Was it on Instagram or
It
Facebook
was.
or whatever?
It was on Instagram.
And by the way, your Instagram name is
How food will travel.
It's so cool. So y'all check it out on the gram. It's beautiful pictures of what the work she's doing along with Egan and some of the other folks you work with down in Florida, right?
Absolutely.
So it's kind of cool. Now that was 20 some years ago, and now we get to reconnect in this millennium, and it's kind of nice to think about. You talked about mentoring, and I didn't think of myself as mentoring you. I've got to be honest.
I don't think I thought about it that way at the time, but I kept remembering that you told me to follow my heart. You told me your story of learning to read as an adult, and it just made sense to do what made me happy.
I love that. I love that. Now, and I'm going to share with you all, and I'm not sure if I shared this with you, Kitty, then, so I'm doing it now. That's what Julia Child did for me.
Oh, wow.
Now, by no means am I saying I'm Julia Child. She's one of my true mentors. And the day I met Julia, and I get chicken skin thinking about
me
this
too.
because we were doing a television show in Atlanta, and Julia was a guest on the show, and I asked her, I said, Miss Child, Julia, please, call me Julia. It's no joke.
I love
and so I said, should I go to culinary school? Should I, take this? Because I love cooking and I love sharing and teaching. She says, she put her hand, she grabbed both my hands like this, Kitty, and she said, with your passion, just cook.
I love it.
Wow. And
Yeah.
I'll never forget, and one of the biggest honors of my career was when she called me and asked me to host one of the birthday parties for her 90th birthday. Now, enough about my stuff. I want to hear about what you and what Egan, am I pronouncing it correct?
Egan,
has been up to, because, wow, tell me your career. You became a personal chef.
My
What all
career.
happened after that flight on the plane? And we haven't seen each other since then, right?
No, we have. You came to Jacksonville for a Food Network event.
Okay. Let's go to the kitchen where Chef Kitty will make her creme brulee. Ingredients: 6 egg yolks, 1 cup of sugar, 2 cups heavy cream, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Enjoy.
Hi, Curtis. Chef Kitty from Micanopy, Florida, and here we are making our creme brulee. We're starting with 2 cups of heavy.
Hey friends, it's me, Curtis. Welcome to the show. We're in the midst of Lunar New Year. I'm going to show you when we're down in Vegas, the beginnings of the celebration at the Bellagio. I love the way they decorate things down there. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. When Lisa and I took off a couple of weeks ago driving down to Vegas, we made some stops. And I want to share those with you. In Bakersfield, the Padre Hotel, met an incredible young man down there, bartender. Was heading off to Atlanta. Then we left Bakersfield and spent some time in the Mojave Desert. An incredible spot called Eddie World. They got everything. Hope you like that little reminiscing. From there on to Las Vegas. Guess who I saw? The one, the only, the king, Elvis. Viva Las Vegas. And I'm going to share with you some of the dinners and the brunch, the meals we had in Las Vegas. We ate, of course, at the Hawthorne Grill, which you got a chance to see Chef Leanna. Oh, and today is her birthday, February 10th. Happy birthday, Chef. We went to an incredible place called Bazaar Meat. Incredible chef and human being, Jose Andres, is the one who put that place together. And he was so deserving of the Nobel Prize. The food, the staff, everyone there is just incredible. Sweet people, wonderful food. We also ate at one of our places, favorite places, I should say, and I'll share that with you. Lisa loves to go there for brunch. What else I've got for you? All kinds of things. Also, I'm going to share a message that I received from the great one, Mickey Mantle. I've had a pretty rough week this week. I do a lot of work, or try to do a lot of positive work in the community. And sometimes when, someone doesn't understand where your heart is, or, I'm gonna take my part of it too. If I don't understand where your heart is, we sometimes may take offense to that. And I realize how much support I have around Marin County, and I hope I don't let you all down. Those of you who I'm trying to do work with, whether it's trying to bring about fairness and equality around the county, I don't want to cause anyone any harm. So if I do, please forgive me, and I will try to do better. I'm going to share the lesson I learned from the great one, Mickey Mantle. Also, Hiroshima. They are on the last year of their tour of touring. This is one of the great American bands, and I got a chance to see them last weekend. Lisa and I went over and saw them at the Blue Note in Napa. They will be coming back to Northern California in August at Yoshi's, and I plan to be there. This is a legendary band with incredible human beings that make up the band, and I hope you get a chance to see them and say farewell to them. I'll show some pictures. I'm not going to share their music because, I didn't get permission from Dan. I need to call him up and get permission to play his music on the show. Oh, wow. And I'm going to show you my garden. It's coming along. This is Super Bowl week. Oh, yeah, and it's the year of the Tiger. Does that mean Cincinnati's going to win the bowl? I'm rooting for the Rams because of Matt Stafford. He's a Georgia Bulldog. How about them Bulldogs? So, yeah, it's going to be a great Super Bowl. We're going to have a Super Bowl party, have a few folks over. So I got to get the yard finished up, I'm not going to have time to paint the walls, but I will get the flowers in. Okay, y'all, enough chit-chat from me. Let's go in and finish up the editing. Hope you enjoy this show. I'm putting my heart into it, y'all. I'm dressed to work, so let's do it. Peace, spread love. Happy birthday, Chef. Happy birthday, Chef. Peace. See you later. Pictures of Hiroshima at Blue Note. There's Kimo in the middle on keyboards, Dean on bass, and of course Dan handling the wind instruments. I got to show a picture of June, the queen. She's a national treasure on that koto. The food at Blue Note's pretty good too. Got the garlic truffle fries, and we also had some of the Korean chicken. There's a picture of it coming up. I need to lighten that up. All right, guys, it's wonderful. Get to the Blue Note, have some fun. Love jazz. I've got some carrots there. I need to thin those out. My red and green cabbage are coming along quite nicely. Can't wait to make coleslaw with those. And let's see the rest of the garden. Well, I thought I'd take you on a walk through what I'm trying to do in the garden here. I'm starting to fill the beds back up. The soil from last year has sank down. I've got some rosemary there. It looks like I need a little water, huh? And I've got onions and cilantro growing in this bed. Now, as you look alongside the house, I've got another couple of beds with herbs and lettuce, and I've got carrots in that very far bed.
Curtis.
Hi, friends. It's me, Curtis G. We're on our way to Las Vegas to see the one, the only, Adele. We stopped here in beautiful Bakersfield at the Padre Hotel. And my gorgeous Lisa, the love of my life, is working the camera today. That's why it's a bit blurry. That's hilarious. Did you crack the... What's the name of this place, baby?
I forget.
Brimstone
Bar.
My woman.
Okay.
All right, so honey, what's the name of this restaurant we're at? This
Brimstone.
bar? Brimstone. What's the beautiful town we're in? City?
God, Bakersfield.
Oh my goodness, baby. We've got the truffle fries.
Thank
Oh,
you.
grazie mille, grazie. We got the truffle fries. We got the Wagyu sliders and uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. We had 6 of these martinis on it. That bartender down there, his name is
2 people. McPherson.
McPherson.
Oh my gosh. Just wave.
Give us a high five. All right, boom. I missed. You missed, Matt.
Shoot, my bad, dude.
Can we see the real face, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, that young man right there is moving to Atlanta, Georgia to become a famous actor.
I'm trying.
And he makes a hell of a martini in Bakersfield.
I try.
Thank you, brother.
Food's good.
We gotta take Death Valley, California, USA. Eddie World. This place truly has everything. We got our Tesla to charge up, and then inside, I mean, wow. From beef jerky to ice cream, coffee, fresh brewed, cold stuff. It was fun to stop there. Lisa ordered a tuna fish sandwich that was off the chain, and I got to meet a black dude that sells jerky. It was fun. Now, this is one of the parts that really blew me away. They have part of the court of the old Los Angeles Forum. And remember, we're in Southern California. A lot of Lakers drive through this area. There's Shaq, Kobe, Jerry West, and then the floor. I loved it. There was a picture of Magic and Bird and all kinds of things there. So the time we got to hang out at Eddie World was fun. And yes, we stopped on the way back, on our way to Los Angeles from Las Vegas, and a lot of fun. I love that picture of Magic. Trucum and Wilt the Stilt. Wow. I didn't see a picture of Kareem, though. Let's see if they got... Oh, speaking of that angel, there he is. The Sky Hook. Wow, I remember watching him play with my dad and James Worthy and just all those guys. Anyway, let's get back on the road, go to Vegas. Okay, we're in the desert, and just listen to the wind in Death Valley. Vegas, baby. I love that sign. Now check it out. Here he is. The security's out there. The one, the only, the pink Cadillac. Elvis is in the building. And I got to see him. Well, his back, that is.
Perfect.